I'm Alex, you are watching the Mini War Geek channel. Today we're going on a 9th Age tournament. We were originally supposed to be going to a bigger tournament in Linköping, but because of some problems with the venue due to COVID restrictions, it was cancelled. So we held our own little tournaments in Ljungby instead. Since it's only been a few days since the rule update, we will use the old ones for this event. So have that in mind when we review the lists. I was preparing for the bigger tournament by painting some new things for my army, but when it was cancelled I gave that up. Then there was simply no time to finish them once my mates announced their plans for the substitute tournament. So I have a few things that is not fully painted in my army, but they look okay, so here they are. I have a new model representing a chosen lord on a war dice. I had plans for this conversion since I first saw Indrasta, and it feels good to have it ready for a game. The paint job is a bit rushed and I might go over it again at some point, but it will do for now. I am also working on a new base for my Exalted Herald, and these new flayers are not completely done either. They are also a project I wanted to do for a long time, and I finally got around to it. Sorta. There are 5 more that's only primed at this point. And here is my list. Those of you who've seen my last battle report have already seen it in action, as I played a friend the day before the tournament as a warm-up. I'm pretty happy with my list, but I do hope I don't have to play Rickard again, because those 3 big trees of his could be a problem. We will go through all the lists so you can get your own opinion, but my general feeling upon reading them was that they were all pretty bad ass. This tournament will definitely be a hard one. No one is playing nice. There are a few things that particularly scares me, as mentioned Rickard's trees, and of course the ogres. My list with Stalker Standard, Banner of Speed, and Envy on my main unit of warriors is at its best when it gets the charge. That can be hard against ogres, because they are simply better at it. And they hit hard. The orc list scares me because of those large blocks who will be steadfast for small eternities, and the spiders are of course stubborn. That could also be a problem. The highborn elves list is, I think, the one that scares me the most. 2 blocks of sword masters is just something I can't handle. I have no shooting to speak of, and they are faster than me. I can't win against them in a head-on fight, and I don't see how I could avoid them when there is 2 of them. I really hope I don't have to face it. It does have a dragon though, so I automatically liked the list. We are 10 participants, and since this is a one-day event, we will play 3 games. First round is Marching Columns and King of the Hill, and here we go. On table 1 we have Simon's Warriors of the Dark Gods versus Henrik's Demons. Simon have a list very different from mine, with dual heralds and Feldrax. It's a very scary list with many hard-hitting monsters. His prize-winning army is also wonderful to look at, and I can't say I've ever seen a tropical jungle-themed warrior army other than his. Henrik's Demons also looks great. It's a very cool mixture of Sylvaneth trees and bugs. The big one there is of course representing the Maw of Akan. In this match, warriors win and get 20 points. At table 2 we have the other demon army, facing Makar, as Björn battles Kudis. These demons also looks great, very nice blue-green paint jobs. The list is completely different, sporting 2 units of bloatflies, and Kudis' Makar list is of course full of monsters and cavalry, and I honestly don't know what is what exactly. But he uses only Lord of the Ring models for this army. This match ended 14-6 for the demons. At table 3 I am playing Alexander's Orcs. I don't know if us having the same name makes the pairing app want to put us together, but we have played each other in round 1 more times than once. He was one of the lists I didn't want to play because of the big blocks and the stubborn monsters. And yeah, the thing I was afraid of pretty much happened. We were at each other's throats at turn 2 and was fighting multiple combats the entire game. And I won all but one of them. And he passed all his break tests. And in the end I only got points for half the Iron Orcs and the Goblin block. My Forsaken one fought one of his spiders for 3 combat turns, and I rolled a 1 on the amount of grinding attacks all 3 times. I won combat at least once, but it didn't break. And since I didn't kill anything, at least fully, he won with a massive 19-1. At the table 4, Nils and his ogres fought Manne's dread elves. Ogres are angry and dread elves are scary, so this should be a good one. Their score was 13-7 to the ogres, and I'm guessing the elven shenanigans wasn't enough to stop the ogres' advance, and they probably just crushed the elves in close combat, as they do. At table 5, Jonas' highborn elves faced Rickard's Sylvan elves. They were at the table closest to mine, and they looked like they were having a thrilling match. The end result supports that at 11-9 for the Sylvan elves. I pretty much always get to play Rickard in the second round of tournaments, since the pairing program pairs people with similar score. But in this one we have very different scores after the first round, so maybe we won't have to play each other this time. The second round is refused flank and breakthrough. And at table 1 we find Nils and his ogres versus Björn's demon legions. They each got 10 points out of this game. At table 2, Simon and his warriors gets to face the swarm of greenskins. The warriors won the game 18-2, and I later asked Simon how he managed to break the big units, and his answer was simply, break? No, I just killed them instead. A few monsters with big stomps I think helps with that. At table 3, Rickard and his Sylvans got to play Manne's dread elves. So I was right, we didn't get to play each other this time. This was the table closest to mine again, and I heard from the occasional grumbles from Rickard that he had a tough match. And again, the score supports that, as the Dread Elves won 16-4. At table 4, the Highborn Elves, under Jonas' command, were fighting Kudis and Manne. Probably a bad matchup for Jonas again, as I'm guessing he would have enjoyed killing demons or warriors more than chasing after light cavalry with bows, joined by a zoo of monsters. This match ended 13-7 in favor of the elves. And at table 5, at the bottom of the roster, with only 1 point between us, I was fighting demons and Henrik. This was the first time we played each other, I think. I don't really know what to say about this match. I killed a bunch of stuff, and he killed a bunch of stuff back. I charged the Morpher Khan with both my Chosen and my warriors with great weapons. Got to swing first as I had the highest agility, hitting on 3+, and on once hitting myself. And I hit myself more times than I hit him. So I pretty much just killed myself there. He killed my general with magic and the rest of the warriors with shooting. But I got the secondary objective, and in the end I won with 12-8. We move on to the last round, and it's frontline clash and capture the flags. At table 1 we find Alexander and Manne as orcs fight the Dread Elves. At table 2 there is ogres facing highborn elves, and at table 3 Simon and Björn will fight to the death as warriors of the Dark Gods faced the demons. At table 4 the time has of course come for me to battle Rickard's Sylvans. Rickard was pretty tired from playing against elves the whole day, and I get to hear some about the unfair abilities of the Dread Elves. But he played very well and soon regained his spirit. He very skillfully gave me not a single good charge for the entire game. In the end I just had to go for it, and luckily got a couple of long charges in and killed some dryads, but failed an important overrun. And of course his Thicket Beast was driving me mad again. What ended up happening this time was that my Herald had to charge them to hold them in place, and it killed their champion in a duel. Then, when my general got there to slay them, or his BSB, he got a heal off and raised his champion. So I had to kill that again and couldn't get to the BSB. He was stubborn due to bodyguard and didn't break. I killed one unit of dryads, and in the other dryad units there were just 2 guys left. So I only got half of their points. 2 guys left does not however count for having killed the unit for the second objective, so he won that too. Having killed my Chosen and my warriors with great weapons, he won with a whooping 17-3. At table 5, the demons and Makar fought the last battle for the day. Now I'm pretty sure you want to know about this score, and I will tell you in a moment. But first you have to help me, first of all by liking this video, and please subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. And then I was a bit uncertain about how to present this video, what to include, and if people would be interested. So please let me know in the comments what you thought about it. What did you like and what did you dislike? Did you miss anything? you know, so that I know what you want if I ever make a video like this one again. And without any further ado, let me present to you the winner. No, let's start with the best of the worst. At last place, me. Again. But I have doubled the score I got the last tournament we held in Ljungby. But I have doubled the score I got last time we held a tournament in Ljungby, so that's good. 1 point ahead of me, we find Makar. And in 8th place, Demon Legions. In 7th place, we have Orcs and Goblins. In 6th place, with 32 points, we find Ogres. And in 5th place, also at 32 points, but with slightly better kill points, Sylvan Elves. 4th place is Highborn Elves. And in 3rd place, Manne and his Dread Elves. 2nd place goes to Simon and his Jungle Warriors. And that means that 1st place goes to Björn and his Demons with a mighty 43 points. This was a very fun day as always. I'm not sad for being lost, someone has to. And in the end I got to play my favorite game for a whole day. And I got to play at least one opponent that I hadn't played before. As always, thank you so much for watching, have a good one, and I'll see you soon. Alex out.